Alrighty, so for chapter 1, lesson 2's video, this one is going to be over resumes. Now, I don't want you to be intimidated by your resume because at the end of the day, it is important, but in most cases, your resume will most likely not make or break you getting a job. So don't stress out. Do not stress out. Do not stress out, okay? Because it will be all right. And regardless of how your resume looks, you have a bunch of resources where you can go and get help with building your resume if you don't think it's enough. So I'm going to start off by running through a resume template with you. And this is a resume template I have provided and or made up through Canva for your activity. So if you want practice with trying to figure out what you want on your resume, this is what you can use to help practice building up that resume. So you're going to want, of course, your name at the top. So you could just put your name in this resume spot right here. So I'll just put my name. See, Deja Moore, and then the job title that you are looking for or your career field. So if you're applying for a job in the same career field that you just lost your job from, or something along those lines, then you could use that job title. So let's say you were a manager or a hiring manager at the establishment you just left, and you're trying to go to another job to be a hiring manager. You could put hiring manager as your job title. So I'll put student for mine, and then this would just be your personal info. So like house, where you live, and you don't have to put your actual address because you are handing this out to strangers, so you might not be comfortable with that. So you can always, a safe thing to do would be to put your city and your state. And you can also put your zip code if you want to be more specific, since, for example, I live in Houston, so there's a lot of Houston. So putting my zip code might help my future employment to narrow down what part of Houston I live in to see if I would be a good fit residential wise. And then you could put your phone number, and then your not your personal email, but your job email, your career email. So then you come down to your first little slot, your career objective. So your career objective is just going to be a short summary about you and things that you've done in the past. For my personal resume that I use, my career objective is just saying how I'm hardworking and how I'm ambitious and how I'm like a go-getter, things like that. So you could just put short descriptives, about you. And then if you've been in a career field for more than a job for more than 5 years, then you can also put small things relating to the career and how it affects your career choices. And your career objective should be no more than 3, 4, possibly even 5 sentences. It should not be long. No more than a paragraph. Absolutely not a paragraph. It shouldn't be more than 5 sentences. Okay? It should be very short, very concise. You want your resume to be very straight to the point. You don't want to give too much information to the point that it's like an essay, like you're reading an essay. So you want bullet points and very straight to the point. So for your education, if you've been out of high school for more than a decade, do not put your high school. You can put that you graduated and you have your high school diploma, or if you went and got your GED, you can put that. Or if you have college credits, you can put that. If you have a college degree, put that. So let's say diplomas / degrees, the double D's. Yeah, okay. And you can also, I was gonna say certifications, but there's your own slot for certifications. If you only have like 1 or 2 certifications, you can put it in education if you don't want to make a whole new section for it. But if you have a lot of certifications, like let's say you're in the medical field, then you're most likely going to have a lot of certifications. Then you can go ahead and create your own slot for all those that you think you need. I don't have any certifications, so I wouldn't even need to have a certification section. So I'm just going to put in A. So then for your professional experience, it's just going to be companies that you have worked at, your prior workplaces. And now for the job that you're applying to, you want to tweak your resume to the job that you're applying to. You can have a couple different resumes. You can have a general resume that you would just give out to any job regardless, that just has like borderline information that could go with any career or any job that you want to apply to. Like let's say this is going to be like a resume that you use to apply to like a fast food place or like a restaurant, things like that. But if you're applying to like a corporate job or a job that requires a degree, then you most likely will want to tweak your resume so that the jobs that you have listed in your prior experience make sense for the job that you are applying to. If you are applying to a bakery and you have experience in the corporate world, but also as in the fast food world, why would you put your corporate experience for a bakery position where you're going to be in the kitchen chefing it up? You know, when you could put that you have experience in the fast food world and you have experience handling food, like that would make more sense for the job. So you could think about it like that. But if you don't have enough job experience to do that, then that's perfectly fine. Just put what you can. And you can put 1 to 2, possibly even 3 jobs on your personal experience sheet. So I'll try it out and do an example for you. So let's go job title. So I worked at IHOP, so I'd put IHOP here. IHOP. And then my position was hostess / server. So I put hostess / server. And it was in Texas. And then I'm going to put short bullet points on what I did. Attended customers. Checked out customers, and then wait tables. You see, short, very concise, straight to the point. You know exactly what I did. And yeah, and then you come over to the side and you want to put dates for when this was. Once again, if the job wasn't really, like if it was a job that you had for a couple years back, then you might want to be wary about putting jobs when it's past 5 years of you having been there, or past 10 years. But if it's very recent and it applies, go and stick it up there. So this was, when was this? I think it was January. So I'll just put 01/01/25 to 06/01/25. Yes. And then come down to your skills. And now these are your soft skills and hard skills. This is what you want to put here. So you can put things like tech, or your time management, or what else? I'm drawing a blank. Once again, if you want more examples, I always have links to websites that have more detailed information, because I am a student, so my mind is rapid everywhere. So sometimes the things escape me when I'm trying to give them to you. They run this way and I'm trying to get them to go this way. So for skills, and now these are skills that you have. Please do not lie on your resumes. Please do not lie on your resume. If you put you can speak multiple languages and they ask you to speak those languages and you cannot speak those languages, you are most likely not going to get that job. I'm sorry. Just tell the truth. Sometimes if you think that you can do it, even if you haven't tried it before, and you put it on there and you can do it, would that be lying? Think about it. Just think about what would be best for you in your resume. And you can always have someone check it for you. If you don't think that it's enough or you think that something might be wrong, just have somebody check it. Send it through your best friend named Google. They will check it for you. There are a bunch of people who will check it for you, I promise. Send me an email. I will check it for you. Do not fear. Do not fear. And then references, you can put any references. So let's say I was going to get my past boss to write me a reference, then, or my mentor right now, he'd be a good person to have me a reference for. So I could put his name, so Mr. Jeff, and then his contact information, so phone number, email, things like that. And that is our resume. And she pretty. So if you guys have any questions, my email is always open. Good luck to you guys. And remember, your resume is important, but you are more important. So open your mouth, speak. You are your resume. You've lived your resume. You can talk about your resume better than you can write it. Good luck to you guys.